A long-contaminated Orange County site is getting increased federal attention after the court-ordered release of emails showing that conservative radio host Hugh Hewitt set up a meeting between controversial EPA Chief Scott Pruitt and attorneys for the Orange County Water District, which is seeking federal oversight of the cleanup process. The 5-square-mile site is the source of a 15-year dispute between the business community, which says it is steadily progressing with cleanup under state supervision, and the Water District, which says the EPA can help get the job done more thoroughly and efficiently. The EPA is in the process of determining whether the polluted area should be declared a Superfund site and have the federal agency oversee remediation. Hewitt's intervention into the process with Pruitt last fall was revealed in emails released as the result of a Freedom of Information Act lawsuit by the Sierra Club, first reported by Politico. The Sierra Club has relentlessly tracked and attacked Pruitt for efforts at deregulation and steps it says undermine the core mission of the environmental agency. Under the law, these documents should have been forthcoming, but we had to take Pruitt to court to get them, and now it's clear why, said Sierra Club Executive Director Michael Brune in an email to the Southern California news group. These documents expose a deeply rooted culture of corruption surrounding Scott Pruitt and his dealings in essentially every aspect of his job. But Water District General Manager Mike Marcus said his agency had been talking with the EPA since 2014 about the site and that nothing inappropriate was done. Who got the meeting is irrelevant, Marcus said in an email to SCNG. It was a legitimate meeting to discuss an issue that is a core function of the EPA, chemical contamination. The contamination has permeated land atop the North Orange County groundwater basin, which is managed by the Water District. The pollution comes from decades-old manufacturing chemicals from industrial operations in Anaheim and Fullerton. Water quality in the aquifer is monitored regularly and has consistently been found to be safe, but district officials are concerned the contamination could spread into drinking water. The Water District serves 2.5 million people in 22 cities, with about 40% of its water coming from underground aquifers in 2 major basins. Business owners and representatives in the area, who've paid $21 million in settlements to the Water District, say much of the problem has already been cleaned up and that ongoing studies to determine the extent of the remaining contamination should be completed before a federal determination is made. From the business community's perspective, Superfund designation is a longer process and it duplicates current efforts, and if there's litigation, it's going to end up costing more, said Lucy Dunn, CEO of the Orange County Business Council. This fast-tracking makes no sense when no drinking water is involved. The period for the public to comment on making the area a Superfund site was originally set to end in March, but was extended to May 18 after a request from the Business Council. Hewitt's involvement has drawn attention because he works for the same law firm as attorneys representing the Water District in the conflict, because he's friends with Pruitt, and because he's been an ardent defender of the EPA chief. The Washington Post repeatedly allowed Hugh Hewitt to write columns praising Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Scott Pruitt without disclosing that Hewitt's law firm does work before the agency. Media Matters wrote Tuesday. Washington Post editorial page editor Fred Hyatt told Media Matters that Hewitt would no longer write about Pruitt. The Politico story also mentions Pruitt's meetings with a number of conservative political groups and notes that Hewitt thanked the EPA schedulers for working to arrange a meeting between Pruitt and California Lincoln Clubs. Lincoln Clubs are typically comprised of wealthy Republican business people.